what are the results that we're announcing today? Like I said, it's a multi-agency, one-year operation that is named Operation Smoking Gun Part 2. And all of us here that are standing before the podium, we are all determined to reduce gangs and gang-related violence. To this end, over this past year, starting in June, the federal, state, local, counties have cooperated in a number of joint investigations and prosecutions, collectively called, as I said, Smoking Gun Part 2. And what we were doing is focusing on bringing the most violent of these criminal gang members and gangs to justice. Now, during this long-term investigation, the federal, state enforcement officials, we focused on two primary areas. The first was the trafficking and use of illegal firearms, and the second were narcotics offenses, including the unlawful sale of prescription drugs. The year-long proactive investigation used undercover agents to purchase guns and drugs from violent and repeat offenders. And the Operation Smoking Gun 2 has yielded substantial results. And since its inception, like I said, since June of 2010, when we started the operation, on the federal side, 49 defendants have been charged with federal firearms and narcotics offenses. Of those federally charged, many of them were felons in possession of a firearm. And as of today, 45 of these 49 individuals charged were arrested yesterday, and they made their initial appearance in federal court this morning. And these federal charges against the remaining 4 individuals remain sealed. Now, in addition, you'll hear from this, on the state side, approximately 45 defendants have been charged by the Palm Beach County State Attorney's Office, also with narcotics and firearm violations. So without a doubt, think about it, almost 100 charges were announced that we're announcing today are the result of a cooperative relationship and partnership between our offices, the federal law enforcement agencies, Mike McAuliffe, the Palm Beach State Attorney, Ric Bradshaw from the Palm Beach Sheriff's Office, Hugo Barrera from the ATF and DEA. This is, to me, a testament of what we can achieve when we work as true partners. We are at our best. We have a greater impact when we share our resources and we work as true partners to combat violence and gun violence that affects all our lives. And let me just summarize you real quickly the results of this operation. Since June 2010, Operation Smoking Gun Part 2 has resulted in the following seizures: 350 firearms, including a machine gun, several AK-47s, 6 sawed-off shotguns, 2 sawed-off rifles, and 80 stolen firearms. We have also seized thousands of oxycodone pills, over 12,000 of them, over 800 Percocet pills, 260 Endocet pills, 250 Lorcet pills, 245 morphine pills, also over 4,000 ecstasy pills, in addition to powder, cocaine, crack cocaine, and marijuana.
I just wanted to take a minute to thank the men and women that actually did the work here, the boots on the ground. It sends a very, very strong message when you have this type of collaborative effort to the thugs, and I call them thugs out there because that's what they are, that you don't have a chance here. This is what this is all about. This is a team effort. When you take 350 guns off the street and you can go find 90+ people in a half a day, that's historic. I've been doing this for over 40 years, folks, and I can tell you right now, this type of operation is the best that I've ever seen it. And one thing's for sure, Palm Beach County today is safer than it was yesterday. So thank you very, very much for your hard work, and keep it up.
So it is a wonderful example of working across jurisdictional lines, both in terms of different agencies and offices, with the common goal of holding criminals accountable, particularly violent criminals who use firearms to effect their goals, and who also peddle in prescription drug trafficking. As you know, it is my office's highest priority is to be a leader in the state and the nation to hold accountable those who traffic in other people's misery and addictions. So,
my name is John McKenna. I'm Assistant Special Agent with the DEA. Criminal street gangs are used for the retail distribution of illegal drugs on the streets of the United States. The threat is magnified by the high levels of violence associated with their attempts to control and expand their drug trade. Gangs commonly use drug trafficking as a means to finance their criminal activities. DEA and its partners focused their resources unrelentlessly on these gangs that were operating in the communities of Palm Beach County. This investigation has dismantled a poly-drug trafficking organization. Yesterday's arrest sent a message to those who are responsible for bringing violence and distress onto the streets of Palm Beach County. These gangs sold street drugs like crack, cocaine, marijuana, illicit Percocet pills, oxycodone. Law enforcement is working together to take back our neighborhood and get violent traffickers and keep them out of our community.